Well, there was other big NFL news this week, and I know we wanted to talk about this. With the third fact, with the Washington Commanders thinking about building up a new stadium.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they was talking about it when I was playing there, and where it is now.
Yeah, so describe.
A lot
this
of people
to
don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea where this is.
All right, my parents, they live in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and they're literally 5-10 minutes from the stadium. But where we practice at is in Loudoun County, Virginia.
Okay.
Which is probably, without traffic, 55 minutes to the stadium.
Oh, that's not close.
Yeah. And then where they stay at now is the where we stayed at was the National Harbor.
Okay.
It's in Maryland, but probably like 25, 30 minutes from the stadium. So I think they're trying to kind of move it out a little bit because I don't know if it's convenient.
Yeah.
But it's not convenient for the people who live in like Loudoun County or I should say like here, like in, let's say, Berea. Like if we had like say the stadium was in freaking Menor or something.
Yeah.
and then we practice in Berea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be exactly like that.
Okay.
So, but they're trying to, it's a lot of land in Woodbridge or whatever. They're trying to bring it out there. But I feel like with the Commanders, it's having it in D.C., old school D.C., where the stadium used to be, RFK Stadium. I feel like that's where it needs to go, if any place. You know what I'm saying? I feel like them moving out in Loudoun County it just make the inner city people, you know what I'm saying, it'd be harder for them to get all the way out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right, definitely.
they got a lot of decisions to make, but D.C., Maryland, Virginia, we call it a DMV. It's a big metropolitan area.
Yep.
They got train systems, buses, and everything, but where it's at now, and it's not even in D.C., so it's in Landover.
Right, Landover,
Maryland. So,
yeah. Yeah, so the potential site of Woodbridge, Virginia, I guess they bought like huge multi-acre plot of land. Then they have plans to build a $3 billion mini city surrounding the new stadium, which would obviously entail restaurants, bars, hotel, the whole nine in Woodbridge. And I think that has a lot of people here locally looking, okay, the stadium that the Commanders currently play in now in Landover is only 3 years older than First Energy Stadium, which, by the way, not going to be called First Energy Stadium anymore. In Cleveland, the Commanders Stadium is only 3 years older. So it has a lot of people asking, if the Browns were to look to build a new stadium, where the hell could they put the thing? Because let's face it, it's sat there since 1999. When they built that thing, history, shows, they knew they were getting the team back, and it was kind of like, let's just get a stadium up like as fast as possible, oh, you got the blueprints in your drawer, Jimmy. All right, pull them bad boys out and let's get this thing up because we got some football that needs to be played. So I feel the same way. It's funny that we talk about this, and obviously you growing up in the DMV, me growing up here in Cleveland, I feel the same way about having the stadium in Cleveland as you do about having it at kind of its historical site in DC. And you can't, in my opinion, you can't move the Browns, you can't move the Guardians, you can't move the Cavs outside of Cleveland. You can't move the Browns to Richfield. I get that there's that huge plot of land out there where not much is going on because that's where the Coliseum used to be, and there's places all over, that I love where it's at right now. I get that it's super old, and I've been to some of these new stadiums. I've been to US Bank in Minnesota. I've been to the Benz Dome in Atlanta, and some of these nice-ass stadiums where you look up and it's like a glass ceiling and there's like a billboard jumbotron circle thing up in the sky, and it's sick, and I would love to have something like that in Cleveland, but it's just bro, we gotta keep it there on the lake, and with
it's cool, but the only way I think they would move it because somebody offered them. Because I feel like with them building up the flats now downtown, and they want that whole waterfront to be hotels and like that. But I don't know. I just don't see it being anywhere other than downtown somewhere. Unless they move something, knock a skyscraper down or something downtown. I don't know, Yeah, I really don't know where it could go.
Exactly. And then you talk about some of the stuff with the traffic, and then just like you can't really put that thing in Menor. You can't really put it, even if you look towards like
It's really
North Royalton.
It's really convenient for everybody in the surrounding Cleveland area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's convenient. I would say that downtown is literally 30 minutes for everybody.
Yeah.
And any surround is 30 minutes downtown. And for them to go any other direction than downtown, it doesn't make sense.
And it's like, when you're going to a Browns game or any event downtown, a concert, if you're going to the Jack, like, you're committed to going downtown. Like,
yeah.
There's going to be traffic. It's going to be a tad bit of an ass-ache to find parking. Like, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you're signing up for when you go downtown. And you also know, in turn, that downtown has the infrastructure to handle that. They have the parking cops. They have garages all over the place. They have just
only thing I can see. Sorry
streets.
To cut you off.
You're good. I just don't think they could put it in a suburb, because where would all the traffic go? It would just close down a city.
Yeah, it would be. That'd be like out in Green Bay. Yeah. We driving through a regular neighborhood, and poof, a stadium. Can't do it. Only thing I can see is if they demolish the old stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They would probably have to redo the field at the Hall of Fame for 1 year, play their games at the Hall of Fame for 1 year while they redoing the stadium. That's the only thing I can see. And you will have a new stadium, same area, but new stadium. You just have to play your home games somewhere else for.
Bro, I'll be real. That wouldn't.
It'll suck for the fans because there ain't that many seats.
Yeah, that thing's tiny.
But it is what it is. Or you have to, your home games, you have to travel and play at somebody else's home stadium, like Cincinnati or Pittsburgh. You have to play like that.
Columbus? Could I interest you in playing home games at the Shoe?
You can probably do that. Do it at the Ohio State field.
That'd be fun. And Columbus has been knocking on the Browns' door in recent years, trying to get the training facility out that way, remove it from Berea. So, yeah, if you could play some home game for some Browns home games in the Shoe, you would mark me in for that.
That should be loud.
I will say
the old school seats too.
The one downside of the Shoe, and this is me just being a Gen Z complainer, when you go into the Horseshoe, you could kiss your cell phone reception goodbye. Your phone turns into the world's most expensive paperweight in that place. There is no reception in there. I don't know what it is. I think